Little bird up in the tree, look down and sing a song to me about rubber band. Child in a shiny book gave a woman another look and told me not to worry about my life. Backyard stands all alone, bears fruit for me and it tastes so good. Where's my pretty bird? You must have flown away. If I keep singing, you'll come back someday. Dawn, bird still gone, guess I'll go mow the lawn. What a day, what a day. Such a beautiful day this is. Little bird up in the tree, look down and sing a song for me. A child in the shiny book gave a woman another look and told me not to worry about my life. Little bird, look down and sing a song to me. Little bird, look down and sing a song to me. Little bird, look down and sing a song to me.
And don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. Birds sing out of tune and raindrops hide the moon. I'm okay, here I'll stay with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. So I wait, and in a while I will see my true love smile. She may come, I know not when. When she does, I'll know. So baby, until then, lock me away. And don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. So I wait, and in a while I will see my true love smile. She may come, I know not when. When she does, I'll know. So baby, until then, lock me away. And don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love.
times you drove in my car. I'm thinking that I might have drove you too far. And I'm thinking about the love that you laid on my table. I told you not to wander around in the dark. I told you about the swans that they live in the bar. Then I told you about her kid, now he's married to Mabel. Well, I told you that the light goes up and down. Do you notice how the wheel goes round? And you better back yourself up from the ground before they bring the curtain down. Yes, before they bring the curtain down. I'm talking about a girl that looks quite like you. She didn't have the time to wait in the queue. She cried away her life till she fell off the cradle.
In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. In the year 3535, ain't gonna need to tell the truth, tell no lies. Everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today. In the year 4545, ain't gonna need your teeth, won't need your eyes. You won't find a thing to chew. Nobody's gonna look at you. In the year 5555, your arms hanging limp at your sides. Your legs got nothing to do. Some machine's doing that for you. In the year 6565, ain't gonna need no husband, won't need no wife. You'll pick your son, pick your daughter too, from the bottom of a long glass tube. Whoa. In the year 7510, if God's coming, he ought to make it by then. Maybe he'll look around himself and say, guess it's time for the judgment day. In the year 8510, God is gonna Now it's been 10,000 years. Man has cried a billion tears for what he never knew. Now man's reign is through, but through eternal night, the twinkling of starlight, so very far away, maybe it's only yesterday. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may thrive. In the year 3535, ain't gonna need to tell the truth, tell no lie.
Good morning and welcome back to the trailer park. I am Chanda-Masta. Ooh, I am hot today. Let me turn down my mic a little bit. How is everybody this morning? That was a great tune. Those were all great tunes. I loved all of them. A little throwback to the Beach Boys. And who else do we have in there? Cream. Yeah, those were some great covers. I thought we'd take a little trip back to the 60s since we seem to be reliving the summer of love again and again and again. So that song should be more like the year 2025, but I don't know if we'll make it to 25. Kind of doubt it. Good morning. Let me get the chats brought up. How is everybody on this fine day? It is pretty nice here in the Pacific Northwest. We've had amazing weather the last 3 days, and my garden is loving it. I'm so excited. Yay. You are too? Yay. Good. I'm so glad. Summer is finally peeking its head out. Sorry we had no show on Saturday, you guys. We had no Beauty and the Boomer. I had immunotherapy this last week, and, you know, it kicks my ass. It wipes me out. And not to mention I'm having some side effects. They put me on some steroids. That's helping a little with the pain. And then my thyroid has completely decided to quit working, which I guess is a side effect of the immunotherapy. So now I have to go on thyroid meds, which explains a lot of the 3 o'clock crash that I have. Like, 3 o'clock hits, man, and I just go like face first down wherever I'm at. So hopefully the new meds they're putting me on, I haven't picked them up yet. I'm going to go pick them up this afternoon. Will help out with that. I got a pill for everything. Just like the song said, I do have a pill for everything, which is crazy because at this time last year, I wasn't on one fucking pill, not one pill, nothing. I didn't take anything. How is everybody? Let's get the chat in here. Chris Algier, $2. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up and have a great show. I'm working. Chris, you had me laughing my ass off this morning with your Kermit the Frog post. Do you guys know what pickled frog balls are? Okay, so you could take Brussels sprouts and apparently you pickle them like you do a pickle, and they're called pickled frog balls. And I shared it and was like, oh, I want some pickled frog balls. And Chris posted Kermit the Frog like going, what? It was too funny. Cracked me up. Let's see. Natalie Williams. Good morning, Nat. How's it going? I hope you're having a good weekend or had a good weekend. Catalytic Centaur. Good to see you. Yeah, Kate, much love out to Kate. Kate took a cruiser and kind of crashed and burned, and she might have messed up her ribs, it sounds like. Oh, there's nothing worse. There is absolutely nothing worse than, like, cracked ribs, man. They hurt so bad. So bad. So, Kate, we wish you a speedy recovery, and hopefully it's not the worst case scenario. Now I'm too low. I'm trying to get my sound just perfect for you guys. Mic check. There we go. I don't want to be hitting the highs too high. There we go. I think I'm good. Okay, and bring the chat back up. Mouse, good to see you. Mouse is here. So is Crone of Heresy. I got Nat. I got Mouse. Popeye got to sleep in because there was no Heartlands Media this morning. Apparently, poor Kit. Kit's going through it, guys. Just give him love and support and throw a few dollars his way when you can, because, man, he's in the thick of it. And we don't talk about it because it's a personal matter, and if he wants to share what's going on, he will, but he really is having a rough time. Hi, Chiron. Good to see you. Jilly Love, how's the weather? Oz the Boomer says this cover is the shit. That was that cream cover, wasn't it? That woman had a voice. For a second, I was like, is that a female or a male? But oh my gosh, amazing voice. Let's see who else is in the chat. I got Jilly. I got Oz Rat Angel. What's up, Rat Angel? Shane Piper. Good to see ya this morning. Kill Your E-Grey Gross was number 1. You got the number 1 badge. Look at you. 25. Yeah, that's a great cover. Let's see. Fred Edwards. How's it going, Fred? Good to see you this morning. Everybody's wishing Kate well. Yes, we wish Kate well. I know there's more of you hanging out. My chat cut off before I could get in there and pop it out this morning. Let me go check the other side and make sure I'm not missing anybody. Ferrer Hadja, good to see ya. And Jody Havel was first through the chat. Jody, we have a big surprise for you on Saturday night if we ever do a show. I think you're going to like it. We're definitely going to do a show this Saturday, I promise. Oz and I both were. Oz has been so under the weather, guys. He sends his love. He sends his best. He's so sorry. He's like, give the chat my best. Tell him I'm okay. He's starting to feel a little better. He's pepping up a little bit. So Saturday. We will go live Saturday, I promise. If the world's still standing, right? I got mouse. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Kill Your E-Grey Gross. We got multiple chats here, so I gotta bounce through them. Let's check on the Rumble. Hey, Rumble, Corky82's hanging out there with 420 barbecues. Cowboy Kitty, what's up? Holy shit, you guys, we have so much to talk about. So much. Like, I was going to start out with the Elon, Trump spat, but LA riots took it over. So I've got a lot of footage for you. We've got a lot of video feed to go over today. Hey, Barb, what's up? Barb 420's in the chat. I did a good job of getting you guys as much of the video feed. And then we have to talk about the flotilla. And there's just so much going on in the world. Do you think it could be intentional? I think it could be intentional. Let's see what we got up on the slide deck this morning. Good morning. Let's see. Share coffee with you. I want to share a virtual cup of coffee. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and we will go over the headlines over the weekend. What was going on? A lot of crazy shit going on. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. You guys know if you want to help me out, there's always a way. And those are always in the description box down below. You guys know, you guys have been taking care of me for many, many years. Times are tough right now, and please don't give if you don't have it. We appreciate the love and the support, but don't hurt yourself. Everybody's hurting right now, and yeah, times are tough for everybody. Fair use, we are on YouTube, so you know what that means. I am merely commentating over the things that I see and that I share. So if you're interested in anything I talk about, I merely scratch the surface. So please go out there, do your own research. Did y'all see me on Sabby Sabs? I stopped by Sabby's on Thursday. I had no idea who the panel was going to be. She just told me it was going to be a healthcare panel. I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay. So I show up on Thursday night. I just had immunotherapy first thing in the morning. Hey, Jenny Lynn, good to see you. And I see JB pop up and I'm like, okay, cool. I love JB. I've never done a panel with JB, but I love JB. I've followed his, triumphant fight to get a kidney, and poor guy's been on dialysis forever. My Riz's mama, good to see you. And then Jordan Charlton from Status Quo pops up. Now, I used to be a huge supporter of Jordan's. Like, when he was on the ground at Standing Rock, man, I was helping him. When he called Donna Brazil out in 2016, that shit was the best shit I'd seen. But then there was the slow capitulation to the system by Jordan, and I kind of just backed the hell off. Now, I was there for a healthcare panel. He was talking about Luigi Mangione, which I support. So I would have pushed back on him had there been anything to push back on, but there was nothing to push back on. But it was a good panel. It was a good conversation. It was very sweet of Sabby to invite me on, especially the same week that she hit 200,000 followers. So congrats to Sabby on that. And if you haven't checked it out, it was a good healthcare panel. Americans, we need healthcare. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I'm going to bring in the big deck. Let's bring in the big deck. We need the big deck. Here we go. Big deck. Boom. Okay, there we go. Now we're set up. Okay, so Trump deploys 2,000 National Guard members after immigration protests, and 500 Marine Corps is what I'm hearing is heading that way. I don't know. I got lots of video for you guys, and we're going to check it out. They call it a protest. I've been to a lot of protests, and they don't look like this. I mean, I've been to some stuff that looks like this, but it wasn't a protest. But, you know, I can't help, as I was building this deck yesterday and this morning, because I got up really early. I got up at like 5 so I could make sure I was up to date on everything that was going on for y'all. I couldn't help but have flashbacks and a deja vu, like I've been here before. And I realized I have been. It was called the summer of 2017. Y'all remember the 2017? Yeah, I do too. In 2018, I mean, 2017 I think was a little worse than 2017. But the Black Lives Matter, and, you know, it just feels too familiar to me. Like it's being done on purpose. And you got Lower Loomer out here telling people that it's time to deploy the Palantir to Los Angeles and to, you know, deal with the illegals, she says. You know, you'd love to see it. You're lying if you say you wouldn't. No, I promise you, I am not lying when I say I do not want to see Palantir roll out. I do not, you Orwellian freaking freak. So Palantir me harder, daddy. Palantir me harder. There's always been questions about Loomer being a freaking op, and there's some shady shit in the past with her. Like, I mean, just look at the little picture in the corner. Not a fan. I am not. So I was going to start out with the Trump stories, but I think it's more relevant if we do it in the order that I changed it to this morning, which is going to be the riots. And then we're going to talk about why I think the riots are happening. Because let's call this what it is. This is not peaceful protesting. These are straight up riots. They're looting. They're burning shit down. Yeah, I don't call this a peaceful protest. So let's start out with some video. This was yesterday afternoon. I've got video from all weekend embedded here, but this is North Hollywood, I want to say. DC, good to see ya. Wow. Yeah, I'm never sad to see Pigs of Empire take a licking, but you know, it's almost like they have a stand down order though, because any other time you'd see them just whomping on people and arresting them. Seems a little bit strange to me. DC, good to see you in the chat. You don't watch Sabby anymore because she personally banned me from the chat, even though I've given her hundreds of dollars in support. Oh my gosh, DC, I'm so sorry to hear that. I took a lot of visceral hate for being on Sab. I gotta tell you, I was a little shocked at the people that don't really like Sabby. Yeah, I got tagged in quite a few cuss outs over on X. I was like, oh, okay, damn, I didn't realize that people felt that way about Savvy, but whatever. I was there for a healthcare panel, you know. I honestly don't watch too much Sabs either, you know. I honestly don't watch too much of anybody anymore. I'm so damn busy either writing shows, producing shows for, you know, Beauty and the Boomer or for TPP, or I am outside or with family. You know, since my cancer diagnosis, I like, screw that. I'm not spending 12 hours a day in this chair watching other creators. I love the other creators. We have an amazing community. We've been so supportive of each other over the years, but I want a life, man. This is a Australian reporter who thinks that she's above getting beamed by the pigs of empire, but she finds out.
You okay?
They don't care if you're press. You're not real freaking media if you don't take a couple of pepper bullets and some freaking pepper spray to the face. Come on. Sorry, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. That's just a part of being out there reporting. Check out, I mean, we've been bitching about the police being militarized for a long fucking time now, and now we're seeing it in real time, and yeah, they are super militarized. Here's target practicing out there. So if you didn't know what sparked this protest / riot off, Friday, ICE went and raided a bunch of Home Depots in LA. Now, not to be cliche or, you know, I mean, obviously we know who goes to Home Depot for day labor. So that's what sparked this off. It started out with a peaceful protest, but so they say. Now, this blew my mind when I saw it. So this is Border Patrol Black Hawk helicopters, resupplying the frontline cops with munitions. And they literally land a Black Hawk in the middle of LA and jump out and start dumping, pepper spray, rubber bullets, whatever.
It's a surreal sight. This Black Hawk moved in just in the last few minutes from the Border Patrol, landing at that Homeland Security office on the Paramount side, right next to the Home Depot, and they are unloading this huge helicopter with, just boxes and boxes, dozens of boxes of ammunitions, less lethal weaponry. You see these tanks with flammable labels on the side, one after another, an entire shipment, as if they were getting ready for some kind of a major battle. It really has to be said, this is a remarkable sight. In the middle of a suburban street here, where they are just unloading all of these weapons, carts full of boxes and flammable weaponry. So you can see that it just made its own parking spot there in the parking lot of that Homeland Security office on the other side of the river, where all of this is taking place.
So it's Homeland Security? Is that who it is?
Home Depot, and right
of course, they show the Home
freeway
Depot
from where that car fire was, just a few blocks away.
Black Hawk down 3, reloaded LA.
But this site here,
smoke 'em the weeds.
at the Homeland Security office of these federal officials unloading dozens of boxes of weapons and ammunition is just quite a sight to behold here. Something I really don't recall ever seeing here.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in the United States before. So there you are. We've been saying it for years. That's why I put it on the Pigs of Empire slide. These are Pigs of Empire. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to take a riot or it's going to take a revolution to overthrow these guys. No, they'll just kill us. They have been waiting for us to rise up in a civil war revolution for years. They've been getting ready. Why do you think that all of these inner cities have fucking tanks and cop cities? They've been getting ready. Why do you think they've been sending them to Israel to train with the IDF? Yes, they're getting ready for you. That's why. So, yeah, as much as I think that protests, I just think we're screwed at this point. Honestly, for a long time, I thought revolution's where it's at. No, I don't. I really don't. I don't anymore. This is a horrific video. I hate when I see an innocent animal being used as a weapon. And this just pissed me off when I saw it this morning. These are the mounted LA cops, and they're literally stomping on a protester. Now, it's kind of dark. I had a different video, but it was taken off of TV. Now, you can see the horses are around. They just keep beating on the guy after they stomped on him with the horse. Yeah, that video was super dark. I had one that was lighter, but it was shown on TV. Somebody recorded it off their TV, so it was really hanky and you could hear shit in the background. But that just pisses me off. Don't use an innocent animal to trample somebody. That poor horse, Tiny Penis Brigade. Yeah, I agree, Popeye. That's horrific. That's just horrific. And yeah, they got caught a couple of times over the weekend doing illegal moves. There was video of one guy in the back of was it a Border Patrol vehicle being choked, but then they realized the camera was on him, so they stopped. Yeah, we've seen some crazy shit this weekend. Here's a couple more videos. You know, you wouldn't even know this was going on if you didn't go on X. Like, over on Facebook, the world is fine. There's nothing going on. You might see a headline that's been screenshot and posted over on Facebook land. Meta doesn't let this shit get out. X, this is the only place it lives, is X and in LA. I mean, if you were in LA, you would know this is happening. Anywhere else in the country, you just hear about it secondhand, whatever CNN or Fox tells you. But we just go about our lives while LA is burning. And the next one. Now, those are those Wago cars. They self-drive. They're self-driving like taxis. They got a whole line of them. Not that I'm sad to see self-driving cars burn, you know. I'm sad to see any innocents that are caught up in this, you know. Let's see, what is this? Protesters storm ICE building in Los Angeles and slash the SUV tires. Oh, poor pigs of empire. They got no tires. Let's see, what is this one? More pigs of empire getting messed up.
North Hollywood Division.
Now, you don't see this video. It took me a long time to even verify this video was current because nobody's running it. You didn't see that video being ran on CNN or Fox or any of them. I don't know why, because you think that they want to strum up the narrative, right? Because this is all a narrative. This is all staged and we know it. And how do we know it? Because mysterious pallets of bricks are starting to fucking show up again. Now, do you remember this from 2017? The big pallets of bricks that showed up in Portland? Our friends Convo Couch, Truthwire, were on the ground and saw them in real time. And yes, that's right. They're being dropped off. Another summer of love. Keep calm. It's all staged. It absolutely is. Here is another. This one's a video. These ones are cinder blocks. And look at how close to the protest this is. Now they're going to turn around and you're going to see that this is a block away from the protesters. It looks like it's an industrial. Oh, look, there's the protesters. The cops are holding them back. It's funny how the bricks are behind the cops. Now, I am sorry. This is, like somebody in the chat is saying, straight out of the Democrats' playbook. This is the Soros fucking incite riot playbook. We've seen it before. We've called it out before. My favorite interview of the weekend was this guy here. When asked, describe what happened to you, he said, it tasted like tear gas. It tasted like fascism. It does taste like fascism because that's exactly what it is. Now, they do this so that way they can, they can roll out their agendas. They did this to us when they wanted to roll out the Patriot Act. Of course, they did this to us during the World Trade, protests in 2012. What was that, 2011? Yeah, 2011. We've seen this over and over and over. This is their playbook. This is what they do. Meanwhile, let's see what Governor Gavin Newsom's up to. Because, the Democrats, they fucking live for this shit. The Democrats are like, it's been 138 days and Trump's already dropping troops in our cities. We're sanctuary cities. You can't do that. Let's see. Do you think Newsom wants them deported? I don't think he does. Yeah, this is the BLM. This is the BLM riots all over again. Absolutely all over again, right down to the same time of year that they started. It's summertime. It's a good time for people to be, camped out on the streets and not going home. Yeah, they can't really pull this shit in the winter, right? But I love how all the Republicans are calling it an insurrection. It's an insurrection. The sheep are begging for their own imprisonment. The slaves are begging for their own imprisonment. Please roll out the Palantir. And I'm not saying that these are good guys or bad guys that are down there protesting, but these are not peaceful protests. Absolutely not. Your post has been rated 3 Kamalas and a 1 AOC on how stupid it is. Yeah, Gavin Newsom is a stupid shit, and he has done nothing but destroy California, along with Karen Bass, the mayor of LA. We've shown you time and time again. So let's hear what some of the Democrats are saying. And of course, they always have to dust off this dusty old fart every time something's going on. Maxine Waters, she's down there with her ghetto fabulous wig, and this is what she had to say when asked. Now, there's a lot of footage out there I couldn't bring you guys because it's copyrighted, right? Like, there's one independent media crew, it's called In Real Time Media. They've been getting a lot of good footage, but I was afraid if I brought it that they would smack us, because we've even had Ford Fisher freaking hit us before. So I have to be really careful about the sources of video I'm bringing, but let's hear what Maxine had to say.
To stop here where the guns are. I want you all to take pictures of these guns and let people know that they're in our city with guns, and I'm sure they have orders to shoot and kill. I don't know, but otherwise they wouldn't have guns.
One question, Representative Waters. If there's one statement that a message that you can send to Donald Trump, what is that message here today?
My message to Donald Trump is you are a cruel human being, and that you are using the poorest people in the land, the most vulnerable people in the land, to promote your politics.
And you guys did when you poured them into the country for 4 years?
We have people who are immigrants here who are trying to seek a better living, who have come from places where they have experienced this kind of thing that he's doing here today. People who work every day, people who are paying taxes, who are raising their families, who are supporting education. They should not be treated this way. They should be given an opportunity to tell their story, whom they are, and why they're here, and ask the United States to please do what the Constitution allows us to do, and that is give them consideration for having citizenship here.
Ms. Maxine Waters, thank you for those words. Another thing, do you find it coincidental that this is happening at this time of the year right now? Is there anything that you can correlate with the timeline that it's happening with right now alongside?
No, I think that the president has not been able to live up to the threat that he used during his campaign, where he was going to get millions of them out of here. And I think it's come to the point where he thinks he's got to show something. But also, his ridiculousness has taken over the armed services to celebrate his birthdays coming up. And people are saying, are you going to spend millions of dollars celebrating your birthday using the armed services to do it? And I think that adds to it. All of this is coming to the forefront now.
And Congresswoman, how should the city of LA and the
yeah, Trump's birthday. She has to bring up Trump's birthday. Trump's throwing himself a big ass military parade. Now, we knew this before he was even elected. He was talking about how he was going to start showing our military off. And check this out. So while everybody's eyes are on LA, and we know it's not just going to stop with LA, Portland, California, DC, you're next. I hear there is a potential food shortage that's about to hit Baltimore and the DC area because the grocery system was hacked. So no trucks are moving food into DC right now. Could that be to incite? Maybe. But let's check out what Trump's got on the move for his own birthday party. This is just one video from around the country. I've seen at least 3 videos that are showing our military on the move to DC for a big ass parade. So Trump's going to do a Hitler parade, you know, wave around his big military. This should scare the shit out of all Americans that this is where our tax dollars are going. We can't feed the homeless. And, the streets of LA are filled with nothing but homeless. I mean, it's not even just LA. I mean, you could go into the ritzy, expensive neighborhoods and there's homeless living there too. But this is where our tax dollars are going. But no, we beg for Palantir to be rolled out so that way we can be surveilled even harder. Please surveil me. Know everything about me. Ugh. It just keeps going and going and going. Look at how much longer is left in this video. That's crazy. I could play the whole thing, but you guys get the gist of it. I don't need to. Whoever's recording this needs to lay off the frickin' basic 100s. He's got some emphysema going on. You see the Washington Mall back there in the background. I kind of have an idea where this is roughly in my head. I've been to DC enough and seen enough of DC. So yeah, Trump's throwing himself a birthday party, but we all know. So they know about Palantir. Activate fucking everybody. And that feels like what it was this weekend. Am I wrong? I mean, I'm sitting here watching freaking X yesterday, and I told Oz I can't take any more of this shit. Like, I just gotta turn this shit off and go outside. It's a beautiful summer day, and this is bullshit. How long do you think it'll go on? It's gonna go on the whole summer. It's gonna go on the whole summer, and just because Daddy Soros is gone doesn't mean Alex Soros isn't right there with the Democrats. Now, don't forget that he's now in bed, literally, with Uma Abedin, which was Hillary Clinton's top number 1 freaking henchman. So it's the same game book. It feels like nothing has changed. Like the memes that are in my Facebook memories from 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, they still apply today. We're stuck in the stupidest time loop that ever existed. So let's talk about Palantir. Why is this so important to what is going on right now? And here is the unhinged CEO, Alex Karp. Now, I've brought you guys this guy before, but he decided to go on CNBC last week because everybody was, talking about how authoritarian and Orwellian the new Palantir system is. And this is what he had to say. And yet again, Whitney Webb fucking told you so.
You know, the Palantir platform, despite what you might read at the New York Times, is actually the most secure, the hardest platform in the world to manipulate and change. Of course, any technology can be abused. But if you wanted to abuse the technology, if you wanted to use the deep state to unlawfully surveil people, the last platform on the world you would pick is Palantir because of the granular way we segment and put together and the security models and the access control models that are in Foundry natively, not a built-on addendum. And by the way, that focus on civil liberties is making us really rich, which drives the woke, pagan, religious practicing, Neanderthal thinking people who ignore technology absolutely nuts on the right and the left while we're building value. By the way, I asked for a permission before I went nuts from our wonderful, slightly conservative and highly substantive partner. And he gave me permission to embarrass him. He didn't realize it'd be this embarrassing.
I think it comes with the territory.
These are my views, not his.
Okay, so Alex, let's get into that. New York Times has an article. Here's the headline. Trump taps Palantir to compile data on Americans. They paint a pretty Orwellian picture of what you and the Trump administration are doing.
I was walking over here. I picked a random engineer, and I said, by the way, we have a contest. Find all the absolutely erroneous things in this article in 90 seconds. And I picked a random engineer. I was like, well, how many do you think you could do in 90 seconds? He's like, well, 15, 20. But leaving aside the technical, look, it's probably
wrong.
hard for them, I'm sure.
This guy's giving me a headache just watching him.
Well, first of all, on the tech side, it is so ridiculous. I read the New York Times. It's literally like I'm a dyslexic. They might as well be hiring me to do a spelling bee.
The CEO of Palantir.
Maybe they just have friends who are tech bros, but they can't hire on a meritocratic basis. I don't know. So that's up to them. We have a contest. Find all the errors in 90 seconds. I think somebody will find 50 or 60. But the more important thing is we are not surveilling Americans. We are not building a database to surveil. And if you wanted to do that, the last platform in the world you would buy is Palantir.
Now, is it just me, or does this guy seem like he's selling juicers at 3 a.m.? I don't know, man. He seems like he's, I got the newest blender, man. It can chop, it can dice, it can blend, this guy is freaking high as shit. I don't know if it's cocaine or if it's Adderall, but it is something, man. You don't naturally get like that. So, we know who was behind Trump's campaign other than Elon. It was the PayPal mafia, right? Elon was a part of that. And so was Peter Thiel. And so who is their golden boy? Well, that would be none other than J.D. Vance. So they have Vice President J.D. Vance out there right now, and he's going on all the cool podcasts like Theo Vaughn, because Theo Vaughn's become a useful tool, a useful idiot. And they're going to tell you just how safe Palantir is. But not only is he going to tell you that, he's going to tell you to just get the fuck over it, because we're all being surveilled. I mean, we all know that Facebook knows what you're thinking, so what does it matter?
Palantir company, right?
Yeah.
And that's about a surveillance thing. So this thing is fucked. This sounds crazy, dude. Like, this sounds like we're only going to be human for like 2 more years, right? So and this is the Palantir company where they're going to build security databases that have all of our information in them, right? That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
And it's going to have like everything. It'll like look at you and know like if you're good at tennis, or if you've ever, if you have $60 in your pocket, or if you're, it can tell if your kids are, if your kids can have a limp or whatever, if he'll be in the Christmas play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can tell all of that. And that feels real scary, man. Like
I get it.
To a regular guy on the street, that feels like we're going to give our society like we're going to become these like they're going to have know everything about us. It makes you feel like you won't be a person anymore.
I hear you.
Does that make sense to you?
It definitely makes sense to me. I mean, let me try to explain. So to be clear, I'm not an expert on this particular deal. I actually just read about it earlier today.
Just got paid off by them.
The president did an executive order, I don't know, a couple months ago. And the basic idea is you've got all this different information, but it's not accessible in one place. So like, let me give you an example where this might be useful.
Okay.
Let's say you catch an illegal immigrant. Okay. And that person's using a social security number, but the Department of Homeland Security that arrests the person can't actually figure out what social security number that illegal immigrant is, what name it's attached to. Okay. Or, let's say you're like investigating some terrorist and the FBI arrests the person, but there are information about like where the person lived a couple years ago that you'd like to have. So you'd maybe like to go, talk to their friends or associates or whatever.
Yeah.
But my understanding is that it does sound odd, but that what they're trying to do is take all the information that the Department of Homeland Security has, that the FBI has, and just make it so that it's actually not in some hyper inefficient system. It's all sort of accessible.
Kind of like what Elon was doing.
Here's the thing.
Too, huh?
Modern technology is just crazy and weird, and it affects our privacy. And I think we don't have to think that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. It is like a reality of the world that we live in.
Right.
And
sometimes I get a little romantic about things.
Well, I mean, look.
And I think it's going to go back in time.
I mean, look, everybody, I kind of agree with you. I think people are sort of going to rebel against technology a little bit. In some ways they already are. But I mean, look, dude, if I, this has happened to me so many times where I'm talking to my wife, like, oh, what are we gonna make for dinner for the kids tonight? Oh, let's just like do DoorDash or Grubhub. Mm-hmm. And then you go on like X or you go on, Facebook or Instagram, and there's like an advertisement for a DoorDash coupon. And it's like, well, I was just talking about this 10 minutes ago. So we know that big technology spies on us.
So since it's already happening, just get over it. I mean, it's already here, and it's weird and crazy, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. Is that what he's telling us? I think that's what he's telling us. And this wanting to centralize all of these databases. That's the same exact thing Elon was tapped to do when he went into Social Security and the IRS recently with Doge. Doge was not about saving money. I mean, they love to portray it as that's what it was, but really it was data collection, and it was data, consolidation. That's what it was. It was just a consolidation of the data, so that way they can access it whenever they want. This is terrifying. But I will tell you, my daughter, one time I was filing my taxes, and I added my daughter's social security number on there, so I could get the earned income credit or the unearned income credit, whatever. And it came back from the IRS and said, no, somebody's already using this. And I'm like, she's 6 months old. How the fuck can somebody be using this? And they were like, well, we can't tell you, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, we're in a bad spot, man. We are in a bad spot. And Theo Vaughn, what a useful idiot he's become. Come on, he got to interview both the president and the vice president. You can't tell me that he's true independent media and that he is not one of the mammies, the mainstream alternative media. He's funny. He makes me laugh. Sometimes I think he's stupid. I did see him literally punch one of his fans a couple of weeks ago, like in a club. Like, what the fuck? I mean, the guy obviously mouthed off to him, but still, you don't have the right to put your hands on anybody, dude. Like, it totally turned me off to Theo. So yeah, Joe Rogan's the same way. Fee says breaking, the Elon Musk versus Trump fight is fake and a distraction from the reality. Too many people on this app are so gullible. They're actually danger ahead, a war, genocide, and Israel still bombing sovereign countries and killing babies right now. Absolutely, Fee. Absolutely. I mean, everybody last week was going off. My girlfriend sent me a message. I think it was Thursday. I was in cancer treatment. She's like, oh my God, are you seeing what's going on with Elon and Trump? And I was like, yeah, I heard a little bit about it, but no, I'm not watching it. And then I started watching it. And Elon was obviously high as shit on ketamine. We all know that Elon gets high. He admits it. He gets high and starts tweeting shit. A lot of those tweets have been taken down. Hey, Vic, what's up? Good to see ya. Trying to get the strawberry picking and the watering before it's hot. Oh, girl, don't even get me started on watering right now. I have spent so much money on my hose system this year. My good Costco hose broke. And so I tried to do one of those little replacement things to replace the end because the nozzle literally broke off inside the hose and I couldn't get it out of there. And that didn't work. So I spent like $10 on that. And it's like a $50 hose. So then I'm like, fuck it. So I just order a new hose. I get the new hose after I wait like 3 weeks for it to get shipped out of Baltimore. Thank you, Amazon, for saying it would be next day delivery. And it shows up and it's too short. So then I have to order another hose so that way I have enough footage to get to my actual garden. And it's only been about 2 weeks that I've had the hose. I went out last night and the first hose literally looks like somebody took a pin and poked holes all the way down it. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I just like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind with this hose situation. But I'm glad you're getting out and watering and getting the garden going. Yeah. Grapentine, good to see ya. Hi, Tia. Good to see ya. How you doing? Tia coming over from Cold Fusion's chat. Good to see ya. I see DC. Salty's Digital Dive. Good morning. And Indy's in the chat. INN Media. Uh-oh. What just happened? Did I just go dead? Please tell me I didn't just drop. I'm going to be pissed if I just dropped. Okay, I'm making sure that I'm still here. Am I still here? Please tell me I'm still here. My main screen just dropped on me. Okay, so I'm still here. I think I just lost the main screen. I hate when that happens. Why? I'm going to shut that off for a second. We'll keep moving. It's always something on Monday morning, isn't it? I think it was just that screen. That's on a whole different system, so. Come on. But that's the one I get most of my chat off of, so I got to get it back up. Get it back up. You can still hear me. You can still see me. Okay, good. You're good. I'm good. Okay, so let's move on to a little ditty by Jesse Wells. We love Jesse here. And he wrote a little song about the big fight that's going on between Trump and Elon. I'm going to play this for you and hopefully get my system back up and running.
My billionaire daddies are fighting. Oh, the big dogs are getting divorced. And they're going out loud, they're going out proud. It's $250 million buyer's remorse. My billionaire daddies are fighting. And I don't know how I should feel. Will the custody, a little baby JD, still roll on over to Peter Thiel? My billionaire daddies are fighting. It's something that you'd never expect. Turns out the enemy of your enemy ain't a friend. He's just a stepping stone over the left. But he'll be pointing his money pretty soon, I'll bet, at anybody over there who will take a check. These billionaire types are persistent. Yeah, they're used to getting what they want. And it may sound wild, they're a little entitled. Then again, I never walked a mile in their yacht. Now, it's never been a problem before. But now that he's getting dismissed, the first buddy's concerned and thinks we all need to learn. The commander-in-chief's on Epstein's list. My billionaire daddies are fighting. Yeah, I wonder what'll happen next. First the man became meme, now in the final scene he's gonna need to put an E in front of the X.
That was pretty good, Jesse. We love Jesse. So this is what Elon tweeted out, and I'm going to tell you why Elon tweeted out because I got the inside scoop on this. But so Elon finally said, because Elon's pissed about this big bill, the big budget bill, right? So Elon said, time to drop the real big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. And Marx's post for Let's see. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out, he said. So he just sat there for like 24 hours just tweeting shit out, right? He says that the bill is terrible. The new budget bill is terrible, that it will be the end of America. It will, you know, it will cost Americans more than any bill has ever cost us. It will basically shut down our country. And, Trump did not like that. So in an audio clip from 2017, Jeffrey Epstein said he was once Trump's closest friend. New excerpts from the interview conducted by Michael Wolff reveals that the disgraced financier had knowledge of President Trump's or president's personal life and that his inner workings of his presidency. Now, yeah, Epstein was dead before, well, just after Trump got into office, right? Yeah. So a lot of the Trump supporters are trying to say, well, of course Trump is in the Epstein files. He was the one who went after Epstein, so they would have to mention him because he's the one who sicked the Department of Justice and the Attorney General on Epstein. Come on, that's bullshit. I have been telling you for years and years and years. When did I do my Epstein deep dive? We did like a 3-part Epstein deep dive. And I told you all about it. I showed you the clips. Of course, Donald Trump was close friends with Epstein. Of course he's in there. We knew this. So just as a little refresher, I brought you this video. You've seen it before. I played it for you before, but this is how close they actually were.
Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein, more than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Though exactly what they say is difficult to understand as they discuss the women and their appearances, Trump gestures to one and appears to say to Epstein, "Look at her back there. She's hot." And then Trump says something else into Epstein's ear that makes him double over with laughter. But as the president said,
so gross. So, yeah, if you had any fucking doubts that they were friends, they were friends. But they apparently, according to Trump, had a falling out at Mar-a-Lago because Epstein had mistreated a worker, a young teenage worker, and Trump kicked him out and banned him forever, and that was it. The feud was on. They fought constantly over property and who actually controlled Florida. So, yes, we know this. I mean, if you're not paying attention, only the people that weren't paying attention didn't think Trump was in the files. I mean, we've been telling you this forever. So Kash Patel decided it was a good time to stop by Joe Rogan's, the director of the FBI. So easy. Can you believe this guy's the director of the FBI? I just scratched my head like, God, we live in a cartoon. Anyways, so him and the Attorney General, they have conflicting stories. Pam Bondi says there's a lot of footage out there. Kash Patel says not so much.
Again, logical play out. If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
Tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going.
I agree, Popeye. It's a colossal waste of fucking time. We are never going to see the fucking videos. We're never going to see the Epstein list. We have the list. We have the black book. We know who's in there. We've known for fucking 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you know? Yeah, complete waste of time. Confirmed White House gave Epstein binders to supporters who wore free Ghislaine shirts. We know this. I brought you guys the videos the day of that it was happening. That was a good one. Next, call me a artard. Yeah. You know, this is, I do believe this is all distraction. I do believe that something went down in the White House, though, that caused Elon his black eye. Remember last week I brought you the pictures and the videos of Elon with his black eye. Well, now we're hearing rumors of what happened, and I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay, so this guy, Scott Bassett, he is the current acting Treasury Secretary for the Trump administration. Now, it's said that these two, Elon and Scott, were in the Oval Office, and Elon was going off about how terrible the budget bill is and what it's going to do to the country, and that we won't even be making our full interest payments. It'll be trillions of dollars, blah, blah, blah. And they fought it back and forth. They had a verbal spat in front of Trump. And they got kicked out of the Oval Office, basically. Trump sided with Scott and said with Bassett and told Elon he was out of his mind, whatever. So they go out into the hallway, and Scott kind of throws a verbal jab at Elon, saying, well, we'll just cut off your government contracts. And what the hell do you know? You barely can run a car company. And that was it. Elon freaking tackled him like a rugby player, like crouched down and just like full on tackled him. And apparently Scott, now these are all just alleged. Scott allegedly got up and punched Elon in the face, and that is how Elon got the black eye last week. Now, mind you, this is a supposed, I've heard he's a gay man. Not that it matters. They can throw a punch. Who lives in a pink house. So Elon got punched in the face by a gay man who lives in a pink house. That's the story as I've heard it. Now, that's allegedly. That is just a story. That is just gossip. I could just be making this shit up off the top of my head. But come on. It sounds like real life. It really does. Fucking stupid. And here is Elon shortly after that encounter in the White House. And you can see he's pissed. He's rolling his eyes, and he's not happy. But a lot of people are just chalking this up to his Asperger's because, you know, he has Asperger's. So they're saying, oh, no, there's nothing wrong with Elon. He's fine. It's his Asperger's. I don't know. You be the decider of that.
Well, it's a very sad case. It's a case we win. We can't lose that case because we have the right to make grants. We're not going to make any grants like that. But I don't think Harvard's been acting very nicely. I think Columbia wants to get to the bottom of the problem. They've acted very well. And there are other institutions, too, that are acting, but Harvard's trying to be a big shot. And all that happens is every 3 days we find another 100.
So he's got his Doge shirt on in that one. The great breakup. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you right after the election, Donald Trump got exactly what he wanted from Elon. It was only going to be a matter of time before he threw him aside like an old toy and he was done with him. And that's exactly what we see happening. Trump is a user. So Elon decided he better go on Fox News and just set the record straight. So let's hear what Elon has to say.
We're close to $40,000 in debt. You said to me in our last interview, we won't have a country unless we fix it now. Can you explain why this is so important that we identify all this waste?
Yes, the government the government waste and fraud is so high that it's causing a $2 trillion annual deficit. So that's $2,000 billion of waste and fraud that's happening. And
but let's not check in the
cost
Pentagon.
of our debt has gotten so high that just the interest payments on the debt exceed the entire military budget. And it was just growing out of control. So the country was going bankrupt. It's just, a country is no different from a person. If a country overspends and doesn't spend wisely, just like a person, a country will go bankrupt. So the reason I'm here is because I'm very worried about America going bankrupt due to the corruption and waste. And if we're going to do something about it, the ship of America is going to sink. And we're all on that ship. And this may be a message to, people out there who have, are wealthy, have a lot of means, or control companies. It's like, just remember, we're all in ship of America here. Your company's not going to exist if the ship of America sinks. And we should do everything we possibly can to ensure that America is strong for far into the future.
And for
we're all
doing
sunk.
that,
I think he sobered up for that interview. I mean, he's not wrong in the fact that we are trillions and trillions in debt. But I love how they never bring up the fact that maybe it's the Pentagon that's part of the problem. Maybe it's the war machine that's the fucking problem. No, it's you and I on Social Security and those pesky people on EBT that is the problem. We got to kick them off. So Jimmy Dore had something to say about this. He wants to talk about what Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, has got to say. Oh, my God. Yeah. And I love where he says, well, it's just like if you overspend. No, that is definitely not how it works. You guys are just creating fucking numbers and punching them into a machine. That's where the money comes from the fucking Fed. So it's not like you or I, not even. We don't just make up money and then charge ourselves interest on it. Okay, let's hear what Jimmy has to say.
So let me show you what he said.
Yeah, let me say this. It's very disappointing. Okay, I've come to consider Elon a good friend. He's obviously a very intelligent person, and he's done a lot of great work. With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong about the one big beautiful bill.
So Elon, okay, so in case you're not aware, Elon Musk went on a tirade, scorched earth on Twitter and in interviews against the budget bill that he and Trump are pushing through Congress, that passed Congress, and now it's on its way to the Senate. And it explodes the deficit. It cuts health care. It cuts food stamps. It gives tax breaks to billionaires. It's the same old story. And so Elon Musk went crazy over it, right? He's going scorched earth, ripping them, called it disgusting what they're doing. That's what Elon Musk's actual word was, disgusting what they're doing. And here's Speaker Johnson trying to defend it. And this is how he defends it.
Yeah, let me say this. It's very disappointing. Okay, I've come to consider Elon a good friend. He's obviously.
Okay, you get the gist of it. Jimmy likes to play the same clip over and over. Shout out to everybody who's visiting me from over at Cold Fusion's chat. Noel, I see you. Welcome. Hey, Mastermind, what's up? Good morning. Who else did I see? Bella Lugosi. Bella Lugosi decided to join us. And there was somebody else I saw that just came in. I got Bella Lugosi. Okay, Chris Foster. How's it going, Chris Foster? What's up? Good morning or good day, whatever time of day it is where you are. We're just making fun of the world's clown show. Let's see. Republicans announcing a plan to keep doing opposite of what everybody voted for them to do. Yes, they want to pass their big, beautiful bill and thousands and thousands and thousands. Yeah. The big, beautiful bill. It's not going to save us, but you know what? The Democrats would have passed the same shit too. They say, oh, we're going to cut back. They don't. We know it. The guy who wants to put chips in our heads and the guy who still brags about the COVID vaccine. Yeah, that's what everybody was watching as Friday came in. I had to bring you a little United spot. I love this meme with Mike Tyson. Now kiss. And they'll blow up the planet before showing you my list of friends. Abso-freaking-lutely. I think we get the point, Bella Lugosi. We get the point.
This is Trump. Who's this?
What's up?
Who is this?
Hey, buddy, it's Elon.
Okay, Elon, space boy. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own ego!
Is there a problem?
Yeah, there's a huge fucking problem.
So, no more what's up?
No, Elon. No more what's ups. That's done. Finished. Ancient history. You think you could just call the President of the United States after what you fucking done? All right, chill. I'm just trying to keep it light, like old times at the Starship launch. November 24th when we were tight. Remember? Oh, I remember, Elon. I also remember you bailing on Doge, leaving the White House high and dry. What the fuck was that about? I didn't ghost. I said I'd advise informally. You think you could just walk away from the greatest administration in history? Look, Don, that's Mr. fucking President, you hipster doofus. Sorry, Mr. President. That's better. That tax and spending bill, it's a disaster. And the 2.4 trillion debt bomb? I had to tweet about it. Call it like I see it. You know I'm right. You fucking trashed my bill. The best bill. An unbelievable bill. Everybody loves it. Except you and Rand Paul whining on X like a couple of AOC stepkids. You blindsided me, Elon. I gave you a seat at the fucking table and you spit in my fucking face. Come on, Mr. President. I'm just keeping it real. I know you didn't like me telling CBS I won't take responsibility for your moves, but the tariffs, visa restrictions, and yanking Jared Isaacman and the EV mandate? That was a cheap shot, man. Cheap shot? Ha! You're talking to me about cheap shots? You're over there on X acting like you're in a fucking high school musical. What are you, fucking 10? I'm the fucking president, pal. The fucking king. You're just the guy with the rockets, the baby mamas, and the fucking ego. Carolyn Leavitt had to mop up your fucking river of tears, saying I didn't take it too personally. But you're pushing it, soy boy. But I thought we were friends. Oval Office press conferences, May 25th, side by side. I donated millions to your campaign. You wouldn't have gotten elected if it weren't for me. Whoa. Pump the brakes. What the fuck did you just say? You heard me, Orange Man. Ha! You think I won because of you? I don't think. Thinking is ghetto. I know. You got some set of balls on you. Bigger than yours, apparently. Oh, and so is my bank account. Boom! Listen here, you little snack pack. I've allowed you to be fucking rich. Without my policies, you'd be selling electric scooters on fucking eBay. Yeah, that's why you needed my cash to win the election, right? Those campaign ads, they don't pay for themselves, Donnie. I didn't need your money, you woke fuck. I was rich going in. Huge. Tremendous wealth. Hotels, golf courses, you name it. Your little space toys don't even come fucking close. Sure, Don, but my space toys are why you're trending on X right now. You can take the Democrat out of the crazy, but you can't take the crazy out of the fucking Democrat.
You can't take the crazy out of the Democrat. I don't know. Sometimes United Spot's funny, sometimes they're not. Trump and Musk, theater bullshit, Palantir control grid takeover, the bioweapon injection slaughtered of tens of millions of people. Yeah, let's see. Suck Trump, suck Elon, conservatives. Yeah, that's what they've been doing all week. So was this a distraction? I think it was a distraction. Have you guys seen what the hell is going on between Russia and Ukraine? Yeah, so Zelensky decided that he was going to go drone bomb and bomb some places in Russia just to get a rise out of them because, hey, we're getting close to August. And if he don't start a major conflict that he can actually pull the United States into, he's going to get booted out because they're going to have to hold an election. So all he did was piss Russia off. And this is what Russia responded with on Friday. This is scary. So definitely all eyes on LA. Don't be paying attention to what's going on globally. They don't want you to know that, they're trying to pull us into World War III with Russia. Definitely don't pay attention. Elon is not on our side. Trump is not on our side. The Republicans are not on our side. The Democrats are not on our side. The government and both parties exist to serve the rich and the war machine. Hope that helps. Yeah, I wish more people would see it for what it is over on the X, for sure. Okay, let's talk Democrats. Let's talk about the Democrats' delusion. So, this is a Sabby says, did you know the Democrats have decided that they can start running third party now? Yes, that's right. After tanking and attacking and poo-pooing on every third party attempt, well, Como is running for mayor and he might have to break out and go third party. So let's hear this and then I'll read Sabby's response.
New York City, they allow multiple parties to field candidates, the same candidate in general elections. So what's happened, Andrew Cuomo has gone and started his own party in New York City. And so the possibility is there. If Mamdani were to catch him, Andrew Cuomo could run as that party's candidate in the general election, take another shot at Mamdani, and also in that general election, if this isn't confusing enough, the current mayor, Eric Adams, skipping the Democratic primary, says he's running third party in the fall.
What? Eric Adams is going to run third party, but he don't need to bother with the primary. What the fuck? So Sabby says, after MSNBC spent years shaming third parties, and now they're okay with candidates running third party. It's a corporate candidate like Como. It was never about third parties. It was about corporate media protecting the status quo. Absolutely, we know that. But you can't make this shit up. You absolutely can't make this shit up. This guy got ran out and thrown under the bus by his own Democrats for SA, remember, groping. He was a serial groper, apparently, while he was governor. And now, after, he unalived tens of thousands of old folks with his policies during the lockdowns, well, now he wants to be your mayor of New York. What do you think? But hey, you can keep up with Eric Adams because he's doing such a bang-up job. Let's hear what Jin Sake over at MSNBS has to say about this shit. It's just as bad, I promise.
Although it's a local race, the New York City Democratic mayoral primary has at times been a litmus test of sorts for the Democratic Party at large. And this one is shaping up to be exactly that. Right now, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is considered the front-runner among a field of 9 Democratic candidates. But closing the gap behind him is Zohran Mamdani, a 33-year-old New York State Assemblyman who is a self-described Democratic socialist who touts a whole range of progressive policies like free buses, a freeze on rental increases, and opening city-run grocery stores, and paying for it by raising taxes on corporations and the city's wealthiest residents. But Mamdani is also not shying away from an even bigger fight, should he win, the fight against a former New York City resident who now resides in the White House.
So I don't think there's any question that there's any mayor here that will be free from being attacked by Donald Trump. What's more important, however, is that we have a mayor who will actually fight back. And that's what I will do. I am Donald Trump's worst nightmare as a progressive Muslim immigrant who actually fights for the things that I believe in.
Okay.
That was Mamdani last night during the mayoral debate, primary debate, and his performance at the debate appears to have paid off. Today, Mamdani scored a major and much coveted endorsement from Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Joining me now is Democratic New York State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani, who is running.
Yeah, I don't even care to hear what he has to say, but he got the coveted AOC endorsement. Did y'all see her out there this week campaigning? I didn't bring you the clips because who gives a shit? Nobody gives a shit. I'm so over it. And over the Democrats, just like the Republicans. The fuck off pie today goes to none other than old Billy Boy, past president Bill Clinton. And I think this is about Jake Tapper's book, if I remember right, because, Jake Tapper went out there and wrote a book being critical of the Dems. Wink, wink.
Speaking of aging, there's this book that came out that talks about Joe Biden and the people around him seeing that he had cognitive and physical decline. Did you ever have a moment with him where you thought maybe he was unfit to run
brain
president?
Don't see nothing.
No.
I thought he was a good president. The only concern I thought he had to deal with was, could anybody do that job until they were 86? And we'd had several long talks. I had never seen him and walked away thinking he can't do this anymore. He was always on top of his brief.
You never saw any cognitive decline?
So I didn't know anything about any of this, and I haven't read the book. I saw President Biden not very long ago, and I thought he was in good shape. But the book didn't register with me because I never saw him that way.
Why didn't you read the book?
I didn't want to, because he's not president anymore. I think he did a good job, and I think we are facing challenges today without precedent in our history. And some people are trying to use this as a way to blame him for the fact that Trump was reelected.
Do you guys know the true story of the Pied Piper? Like the real story, not the fucking fairy book tale that we were told as children. The real, like, 15th century story of the Pied Piper goes like, this flute player comes to town and the city or the town asks him to build something. I don't remember, stairs or roads or something. And he does it and he completes it. And then they refuse to pay him. So he leaves, and then while they're all out at a town gathering, some kind of festival or something, all the kids are playing in the street in the city center. The Pied Piper comes and he plays his flute, and like 130 kids follow him into a cave, and they're never seen again. And it's retribution for the town not paying him. Now, isn't that just the fucking awesome? When I heard that, I was like, well, that makes sense when it comes to Donald Trump and the Pied Piper strategy. That sure came to bite them in the fucking ass, didn't it? So, fuck off pie goes to Bill Clinton. But we got a double header on this one. I brought you a double feature. Do you guys remember when he fucked up and he said this? I bet he wishes he didn't say this.
When George Bush and Al Gore ran for president, they had 3 debates. Nobody said, what are you going to do when the twin trade towers come down, when the Pentagon's bombed? When the twin trade towers come down, when the Pentagon's bombed, when the Pentagon's bombed, when the Pentagon's bombed, when the Pentagon's bombed.
Oops. Did he accidentally tell some truths? I think he told some truths, because we all know. We've all seen the footage. There's a plane. There's no plane. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, I thought that was a good one. So you guys know I have not been into any political campaigns in years. I fly above the duopoly. I want nothing to do with it. I see them as one party. We have one party, and that is the party of the rich and the war machine. But Chama Sawant just announced that she is running for Congress, and I am here for it. Why am I here for it? Because she is going after none other than Mr. Smith. Adam Smith out of the 9th District in Seattle. He is the fucking worst. So Chama Sawant, former Socialist City Council member, co-founder of Workers Strike Back, stood this morning alongside fellow community organizers, rank and file union members, and socialists, announced her election campaign in Washington State's 9th CD against warmongering incumbent Congressman Adam Smith. The following remarks are shared at the press conference. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Most of the time, working people have no political representation under capitalism. Both the Democrats and the Republicans serve the interests of the billionaires, and both are warmongering parties down to their bones. That is what Chama had to say, and she's not wrong at all. I joined Workers Strike Back. I think that it's somewhere we can actually put energy. So Chama says, in the first 3 days, my working class anti-genocide campaign has raised over $50,000 from working people in 35 states to defeat the warmongering CD Congressman Adam Smith. Smith's number one donor is AIPAC. Oh, yes, along with executives from Palantir, Microsoft, and weapons manufacturers. He's a loyal representative of the billionaire class. He has helped lead the financing of the ongoing genocide in Gaza as one of the most influential members of the House Armed Secretary Committee or Services Committee. Donate and help build the strongest working class anti-war campaign in the country and turn the billionaires and their representatives on the defense. We are getting nowhere by supporting the parties of the billionaire. Instead of sending the socialists money can't buy to the U.S. Congress to instead send the socialists that money can't buy to Congress to end the genocide in Gaza, tax the rich, fund free health care for all, win rent control, and force a reckoning for big business and both their parties. Now, Adam Smith is a slimy piece of shit. This is a guy who literally took to Facebook and told his constituents in the 9th District to fuck off. He literally typed out, fuck off, to his constituents. He's got to go, and I'm so glad that Chama is in the fight for this. I think it's a perfect fight for her. I think if anybody can take him out, it's going to be her. It's going to be her. I promise you. Nobody else in the country has the chance to take him out. It'll be her. So when people ask my view on politics, both sides can suck it. Yeah, both sides can suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. Neither one of them supports you. Okay, let's get to the flotilla. Let's talk about Gaza. There's, like I said, there's so much going on, guys. I knew this was going to be a long show. We're only halfway through the deck. I have a 100-slide deck, and we're only on 50. So this was Macklemore concert, and of course, Greta, the world's most famous activist, was out there on the flotilla. Now, you guys know I'm not a huge Greta fan. Like, I think that she's a photo op. I think that she's controlled when it comes to most issues. I'm glad to see her standing up and fighting for the children of Gaza. Yay, good. Bring attention to it. Maybe wake up some stupid liberals who don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about. And I love to see Macklemore doing this too, because we need more musicians. You know, the musicians carried the revolution in the 60s. Where the fuck are they now? Well, it's Macklemore.
We have a message from our folks on the Freedom Flotilla.
I encourage all of you in the audience to take action and speak up against this genocide and against your complicit government and keep your eyes on deck. Free Palestine.
Let's go.
I love that Macklemore does that. I hope more younger people understand what the reality is. You know, most of America is just fed Zionism, and they think because we're a Christian nation, they have to buy into it. So the Freedom Flotilla was out there all week in international waters. They had no weapons. They had people from multiple different countries on board. All they had was baby formula and food. They were trying to get through the water blockade to bring in aid. Right now, this isn't the first flotilla that we've seen. Many flotillas in the past have been bombed and struck by Israel and the IOF, the Israeli military. There's a big difference between the two, I understand. But there was baby Nazis, the kinder Nazis, that were chasing them. This is insane.
We're the children of Israel. We're looking for Greta's boat. We have something to say to you all. Are you with me, guys? Yes! We're coming to get you. Woo! Children say the truth. Greta Thunberg, when you were a child, you wanted the good, not the evil. You wanted to protect the world. How come you suddenly became a supporter of terror? You talk about genocide. How can you not condemn the horrors of October 7th? If you want to provide food to the people of Gaza, I suggest you condemn Hamas, because the truth is that Hamas is taking all the food from the people of Gaza, not Israel. And what about the hostages? Are you going to give them any food? I invite you to meet me, and I will show you what the children of Israel are going through. I hope that you will wake up and understand that you're on the wrong side of history. You know, children always say the truth, and I hope that you will see that. Am Israel Chai.
Wow, that was some indoctrination. Holy brainwash, Batman. What can you say? Yeah, they've been labeled the kinder Nazis. They did not catch up with Greta, but last night, sadly, Israel did. And this is them last night as they were being boarded, and now they shut off communication. They killed the feeds that were coming from the boat, so we really didn't see how it went down when they arrested them. But I do have a couple of videos leading up to it. Now, this is crazy because as they were approaching, Israel approached with drones, and they dropped some kind of chemical on them. Now, they don't know what kind of chemical it was. It kind of resembled paint, but was it chemicals? Very scary. We've seen this before, bioweapons, used on protesters.
Okay, they're dropping chemicals on us. They're dropping chemicals on us. We don't know what it is. Look at this. Look at this. They are.
No, that is a young lady from Germany.
Cover,
Take over, everyone. Take over and be careful.
We've all practiced this. We knew this could happen.
They are not peaceful. This is not an interception. This is another war crime about to happen. This is another war crime about to happen against civilians. It's a trip of carrying nothing but humanitarian aid. So please keep your eyes on us. I will turn the camera so you can see what I mean. We don't know what this is. I don't know how to turn this camera around.
Okay, so there's lots of video out there. I agree. This three-chord grifter. The music of the 60s was a psych op just like today. You're absolutely right. Go research Laurel Canyon and what was the military base that Jim Morrison's dad worked at. Like, yeah, I get it. I know. This is what the IDF was saying to the flotilla as it approached.
The maritime zone of the coast of Gaza is closed to naval traffic as part of a legal naval blockade. If you wish to deliver humanitarian aid...
Oh, what happened? Let me go back. I don't know what happened there.
The maritime zone of the coast of Gaza is closed to naval traffic as part of a legal naval blockade. If you wish to deliver humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip, you are able to do so through the port of Ashdod via the established channels and distribution centers.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can just donate to Israel, and if you want to give to Gaza. That's basically what they were saying. And so as soon as they were taken into custody, a whole bunch of pre-recorded videos from each person that is on the flotilla started dropping from each country, pleading for their country to push back to get them released. Now, as of when I went live, I didn't see anything about where they're being held or, you know, what plans are to release them. But let's hear what Greta's pre-recorded video was.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
So this meme says, Greta, Free Palestine, Zionists, if you love them so much, why don't you go to Gaza? We hear that one all the time, right? Greta, okay, we will. Israeli army, wait, no, not that way. So I didn't get the video, but there is now a convoy of buses that are trying to break the land blockade that left this morning with aid. So multiple buses. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll do an update probably on Saturday's show. I brought you a Gabar Mate. Let's see what Gabar had to say.
Hi, my name is Gabor Mate. This is a message for the crew and travelers amongst the boat, the Madeline. People, I'm Jewish. I'm an infant survivor of the Holocaust. I'm in Poland right now, where I just visited the monument to the brave fighters of the Warsaw Ghetto uprising, a small group of people who took on the greatest military in the world, knowing that they can't possibly win, but they fought courageously. Today, you represent those fighters. Today, you represent that small group that's willing to stand up against one of the most murderous militaries in the world, supported by all the world's great powers. And you are carrying all of humanity with you. When I say humanity, I don't mean all human beings, but I mean all human beings whose hearts are open, who believe in justice, who believe in freedom, and who support and are moved by and full of admiration for what you're doing. My heart is with you. I wish you all the best. Even if you don't achieve your objective of reaching Gaza, which of course I will not let you, you have already won. You've already scored a great victory for humanity. Thank you.
I agree with him. As much as I'm not a Greta Thunberg fan, I do think that this brought a lot of media to it that couldn't be ignored, especially globally. And we'll keep an eye on where she's at and when they're going to let him go. Perhaps somebody might explain to me the moral difference between herding people into food distribution points and then shooting them, or herding them into shower rooms and gassing them. Oh my God, I thought that was a poignant point. That is it, man. What is the fucking difference of, here, come here and get some flour. Oh, we're going to shoot you. Or come here and take a shower. Not a big difference, if you ask me. Murder and genocide is genocide. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is absolutely gross. This is Case Study QB, and James Carville was on a panel with a bunch of other fucking idiots. And isn't it crazy that it's the only Jew on the panel that calls out the insanity of calling American college kids terrorists and Hamas supporters because they're protesting?
This isn't just about anti-Semitism. It is about the growth of fundamentalism in America.
Shut up, Fredo.
When you have kids who are openly pro-Hamas, it's not just anti-Semitism.
Fucking
you guys are going to have to vote and donate in a different way and not forget who was for you and who wasn't in this moment.
You got to stop with the kids.
Idiot.
As the Jew on the panel, Andrew, you're Jewish or no?
No, I'm Jewish.
I'll say this right now.
I'm Jewish.
We're acting as if kids are protesting at a college and it's the first time ever.
No.
I mean, we gave $25 billion to a war and kids are protesting it. It's not pro-Hamas. It's the most normal thing in the world.
Some of them are very
No, it's not.
Yes,
They're kids.
And there's and it was violent on some of these.
Oh, okay. Listen, guys.
People are being attacked.
Oh, it was violent.
This has gotten very, very.
And it's hateful.
There's nothing wrong with being against what's happening in Gaza. But I'm just telling you, I've never seen Americans support a terror
I don't think that 18-year-old kids
gave him another goddamn show?
are the problem right now.
I don't think that's true.
Some of it's the universities who refuse to call it hate speech.
I think it's social media, and I think it's fundamentalist radicalization that's going on.
I think
it seems an adult. Man. I mean, what do
I have to do?
No, it's not.
What's Dusty say?
It's an adult.
Our country gave $25 billion to a war, and kids are protesting.
Yeah, because they are in an existential battle. They're our main ally in the region.
Do you think this is the first time people have protested a war in American history?
It's good to protest, but how you protest matters.
I think it's a little bit hysterical.
Was every Vietnam protester North Viet Cong? I mean, come on. Fredo is an asshole. I agree. That panel just pissed me off. Good job, Case Study QB. We love Case Study QB. So for everybody who's out there screaming and yelling about if you're waving a Mexican flag, you belong in Mexico. Well, for all these assholes waving an Israeli flag, bye-bye then. Bye-bye. Take them all. Take every single fucking one of them with you. Republican or Democrat. This blew my mind. So the median annual pay during the Great Depression was 32% of the cost of the average home. Today, it's 19%. That means that the pay related to home costs made it easier to buy a home during the Great Depression than right now. It was easier to buy a home during the Great Depression than it is right now. We print money out of thin air, lend it to you with interest, then tax you for using it, and you spend your life trying to keep it up. Yeah, exactly. So when Elon says it's just like when you balance your budget, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Your grandma's bread had 4 ingredients. Bread today has 30 ingredients. Her food had 0 synthetic additives. Food today has 5,000. Her food had 0 glyphosate. 80% of food today has it. Chronic disease was rare in her day. Now 6 in 10 adults live with it, and big pharma and big insurance, big medicine loves that. And the food changed, our health changed. Clean up our food and clean up our health. It just makes sense. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, universal health care would cost $3.2 trillion a year, but our current system is costing $5 trillion a year. We would save $1.8 trillion annually by switching to a universal health care system. Look at all the other countries that have it. Wow. Somebody tell Elon this shit when he's throwing a fit about the big, beautiful bill, right? Oh, I know where we can save $1.8 trillion. Somebody's got to tell him. And you are the carbon they want to reduce. I got this from TrueStream. Let's see. The Earth's axis is shifting and our water consumption is to blame. You're the fault. You're making the Earth freaking axis change. And humans may be fueling global warming by breathing, new study says. Yeah. So this is all just the propaganda that they put out there. But I love how it was National Geographic. You can't trust anything anymore. I'm sorry. All the mainstream media that we were raised on, every single bit of it, whether it be Popular Science, National Geographic, New England Journal of Medicine, it's all bought and paid for. You can't listen to anything that you see in any of that, including MSNBS crap. Okay, Conspiracy Corner. We made it to Conspiracy Corner. What's in Conspiracy Corner? Oh, yeah, this one. So remember when Trump spread a bizarre conspiracy theory that Biden was executed and then replaced by a robot clone? Well, somebody made us a little AI that's pretty funny. Come on. That was pretty fucking funny. It works. I don't know. But like I said, okay, so if he was a clone, now I said this all last week, if he was an actual clone, why would they pick the stupidest version of him? But if he's a clone robot, we all know that robots are really not that advanced yet. This makes more sense to me. I think he's more of a robot than he is a clone. But is he a clone robot? That's the question. Okay, so burning question. Why is NASA doing this over South Africa? I don't know. I don't know. Check this out and you tell me what you think it is. Oh, where's the video? Shit. I never added the video. Damn it. Damn it. Give me a second. I can add the video real fast. You guys might have to see it in real time, but I can probably do it. Where is my deck? There is my deck. And what are you guys seeing? Okay. I gotta find the slide. We can do this. Screw it. We'll do it live. Okay. Insert video. Video. Now I gotta find the video really fast. Is this it? Ah, got it. Okay. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the wrong one. Darn. Wrong one. That was Greta. That was Greta. Man, I loaded a lot of videos yesterday. I'm digging deep for this one. Oh, I found it. Okay. Yep, that's it. Okay. Here we go. You tell me what the heck this is. There we go. Okay. Now, play it on the other system. Okay, we're on to you, NASA. I think we know what that is. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't think they were just out joy cruising. What do you guys think? And especially when you see the plane. No, you can't make this up. But people will still tell you you're crazy, that chemtrails are not real. And come on. Oh, I gotta bring back, let's see, let me close that. Now I can see myself again. Okay. Have you guys noticed? Yeah, it's June. That means the oil slicks are back. So oil companies during June. I saw a video a couple of days ago of North Palestine, Ohio. Holy shit. Somebody took a stick and stirred the creek up. Oh my gosh. It is so fucking bad. So bad. I don't know how anybody can live there. It's so poisonous. And of course, the FDA is not talking about it. I'm sure everything's fine and cleaned up. I've got a really good one for Hollywood. Go fuck yourself, because definitely go fuck yourself. And that would be Trump is going to sanction Amala Clooney over ICC International Criminal Court case against Israel. So he's pissed at George Clooney's wife. That's not going to go over well at Mar-a-Lago. And Michael Rappaport says, it's okay if you're not chosen. It's okay. This is the message for the day. It's okay if you're not chosen.
Yo, Jewish people are the chosen people. We Jewish people are the chosen people. But just because you're not Jewish doesn't mean you're not dope. Doesn't mean you're not fantastic. Doesn't mean you're not brilliant. Doesn't mean you don't have all the rights, capabilities to every single thing that the world offers. You're just not chosen. There's so many other things that you are. You're just not chosen. I don't know why people get so upset because the Jewish people are chosen. We are chosen. Look it up, Google it, read it, Chat GPT it. It's a fact. But it doesn't mean you can't be plenty of other fantastic, great adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, and nouns. You're just not chosen. I'm Israel Chai. 55 hostages remain in Gaza. 55 hostages
How many Palestinians
remain
are
in Gaza.
Israel?
It's 20 months.
Doesn't that just piss you off? What an asshole. What an asshole. Like, there's so many things I could tear apart on that. Like, I got a lot of pronouns for you, asshole. What about the Palestinian hostages that have been locked up and tortured for years and years and years? Oh, what about the children who have been blown to pieces? Yeah, you're definitely chosen, buddy. You are chosen. Okay, I told you I was going to make a new section, a new segment. It's called When AI is Funny. And because AI is funny sometimes, and we just got to laugh at it. So here is just a few dandies that I pulled down for yesterday. I could have pulled 20 of these down yesterday. There were so many dropping. Okay, let's get rolling.
Today's prank, I snuck dynamite into these knuckleheads' firewood. Stand back, mates.
All right. Bit more than I expected. Still funny though.
Come on, that one was funny.
Quick pit stop, super seasick. I'm gonna have to pull trig. This island looks badass though.
Whatever I just licked off that tropical frog is really starting to kick in now. I feel like I'm Buddha. Yo, I am tweaking. I'm definitely tweaking. Never again.
I tweaked, I threw up, and it was blue. The jungle was talking to me, but bro, that was low-key sick.
Went shot for shot with a couple of tribies, totally blacked out. Woke up this morning, and she was actually huge. Found this ball, it's low-key creepy. I hope that's not blood. Found some more goodies. I'll see you guys in the next vlog in Florida, baby.
Hey everyone, Bigfoot here. Today, I'm showing you my favorite forest salt lick. All natural.
Guys, I don't think that was a salt lick.
Guys, I haven't slept in days since smelling that thing. I'm gonna try eating this mushroom to knock me out. Boys, I'm tripping balls right now.
I'm losing all cognitive ability. Do not eat the mushrooms.
I don't care what they say, you got the best bark I've ever seen. You smell like potential. I'm hugging this log because the forest is watching me breathe, and I don't trust that squirrel anymore.
Oh man, I haven't slept in like 3 days. Is that a mushroom?
Well, boys.
Oh, come on. These are cute. If you're going to use AI for something, at least use it for this. Not tracking our asses down and droning us, you know. Here's 2 more, then we're done for the day. But I have plenty more in the file because so many of these are dropping every day.
You've raided Paris, ruled Kattegat, and buried your enemies. But what's your morning routine like?
I meditate, then decapitate.
What are your pronouns?
Death and destruction.
Do you talk to your men about their mental health?
If they can talk, they're not suffering enough.
Don't you worry about the carbon footprint of burning down entire villages?
We burn villages sustainably. No plastics, just people.
What would you say to someone struggling with anxiety?
I wake up every day wondering if I'll die violently, and I smile.
How do you deal with failure?
I don't. I erase it. Oh, sheesh.
I'm playing behind some scratch golfers today. I'm about to hit up on these fools every chance I get. These dudes are so full of themselves. They're recording their whole golf round and shit. I decided I'm going to start recording mine to see if I can hit one of these fart boxes in the head. Bonus points if I hit one and end up on the green. Holy shit, that was a piss missile. That had to have drilled somebody. Follow for more golf bullshit.
I love that one. Fart boxes. He's going to hit the fart boxes. Okay, that is the new When AI is Funny. That was funny. I think we have made it to me, Mally. Shout out to Kate. Kate, thank you for checking in. I'm so sorry you're in so much pain. Dude, injured ribs are the absolute fucking worst. Oh my gosh. They are. I've injured my ribs before. Fusion's injured his. It's terrible. It is terrible. Hey, TL Orca. Good to see you. Ginny Lynn's hanging out in the chat with Grapevine. What's up? Good morning, fams. Okay, let's do me, Mally, because I'm ready to go pee. I gotta pee. Let's see. Why are there people outside at the same time? It's my turn. I do feel like that. I'll go out like, why is there so many fucking people out? I live in a tourist area too, so it's getting really bad right now. And I'm a sweet girl, but if you piss me off, I'll always have a pocket full of crazy waiting to come out. That is true. Very true. There are more slaves now than any other time in history until we meet again. Ah, Skeletor. Skeletor always gets it right. Bingo, says Uncle Eddie. And them. How are you always in a great mood? What's your secret? My secret. It used to be my secret. It did used to be my secret. Not so much anymore. Me when I'm making pasta for 3. Oh, fuck, I have this problem. Like, either I make way too much spaghetti or I don't make enough. Normally it's I don't make enough or I have too many leftovers. I never can make it perfect. I know you can measure it, blah, 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 but that's not how we eat in my house. And hippies, the only generation whose kids listen to the same music. Now, that is 100% true because I will tell you, every single song that I played today for my opening and for my closer were out probably 10 years before I was born. I definitely listened to my parents' music, and I don't think my kids listen to my music, you know? Well, that's not true. My kids like System of a Down and Tool and stuff like that, but... let's see. We always wanted to be adults so bad. Now look at us, stressed and broke and tired and excited when the laundry's done. I do get excited when the laundry's done. I've been holding off for the last 2 days because it's been so warm. But I'm going to have to break and do some laundry. Speaking of breaking, my washing machine is on the fritz, which sucks. Let's see. Give the vax for free. Charge for the treatment of the side effects for the rest of their miserable lives. Yeah, we told you so. And you say your son received his doctorate in college? No, he received his indoctrination in college. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Good meme. Everyone is posting their vacation pics, and I'm like, I went to Walmart. That's so true. I'll be lucky if I can afford to go anywhere this summer, but hey, I'll go to Walmart, definitely. I'll have to start posting some pics from Walmart. I should have got a picture of the guy that was walking around Walmart with a fucking bullwhip. If you see someone crying, ask if it's because of their haircut. For me, that's totally true. If you see me crying, I'm definitely crying over my hair. I hate it. But I'm dealing with it. I am dealing with it. I'm having an existential crisis, but I think it's getting better every day. That's right. It is June. You know what that means. It is pothole season. Enjoy, Americans, because you can't use your money for roads, no, or infrastructure. It's got to go to war with countries who've never actually freaking attacked us. Yeah, that's right. I thought this was funny. This should have been in the AI generated section. And I'll pay you to abduct me. Yes, take me with you. What is this one? To all you Gen Xers who were raging against the machine fans and are now mad at people who are raging against the machine, you're fucking posers. It's so true. But even Rage Against the Machine is fucking posers now. So, if you know, you know. They're posers. They're prophets of rage now. Meaning they're getting rich. Let's see. I wish my bank account filled up as fast as my laundry basket. Oh my gosh, I so do. That would be great. Now I want this. So this is my mom. Throw her back in. She's traveling the world. Thanks, Cara Oldham, UK. I so want my family to do that. I want my family to put me in a jar and throw me in the ocean and let me go see the frickin' world with a funny note like that. That's hilarious, and that is the best burial at sea you can get. And let's see here. People who think you're getting bored as you age have clearly never experienced the thrill of seeing two hummingbirds at the feeder at the same time. No, they have not. And I just put the new hummingbird feeders out yesterday. But I got to tell you guys, I don't just have one possum now. I have whatever the plural of possums are. So last night I went out and there was a teenage possum, just a little guy out on the porch eating the cat food. And I was like, oh, there's the possum. So I went in, it was 10 o'clock at night, and I made scrambled eggs. They love scrambled eggs. So I made them some scrambled eggs and I put it out on the porch. This morning, after I fed the cats, Fusion went out and opened the door. It was probably like 6 o'clock. There was a mama with a baby on its back, which means the babies are too big to be in her pouch. So she's got, not teenage babies, but so I've got lots and lots of possum babies apparently, and I'm just feeding them. Whatever. They're cute. They do no harm. They just keep under my house cleaned out. I don't mind feeding them. With all of the cats, I wish they'd try to save us. Yes. Oh my God. I had to go out and pollinate my own tomatoes yesterday. What the fuck? They're opossies? Is that what they're called? Kill your egret goes. I have an opossum of possums. Yes. I have an opossum of opossums. They are scary looking little things, but they got the sweetest little eyes until they show their little teeth at you, right? Let's see. Retirement plan. Simply wake up, feed the cats, nap with the cats, and repeat. That's kind of true. You should see me in the morning. I started out, I had one cat, right? And then I felt bad for the one cat. He was here for like 5 years by himself. And he didn't really like me. He wasn't my cat. He was Fusion's cat. So we got me a cat, and she's my baby. She follows me everywhere. She sleeps with me. She doesn't leave my side. She's a forever kitten. She's tiny. She's like 4 pounds. And those are the only cats we had. Then over the winter, we noticed there were some cats outside when it was snowing and it was cold. So we put a little food outside. Well, fast forward 6 months later, I now have 5 full-time cats. 3 of them are outside. 2 of them are indoor. Well, 1 comes in. and apparently 3 opossums. So, but then in the morning, I'm standing here feeding them, and I'm surrounded by cats. I'm like, fuck, I've turned into the trailer park cat lady, but that's okay. I love it. I do. And I hope this week holds something nice for you. I do. I really hope that you guys have a great week. I hope that you enjoy the summer weather, and hopefully it's nice around the country. I know that we're having a lot of storms in the Midwest. I've been watching, what is that guy's name? The guy with the Dominator, Reed Timmerman. He goes out there and chases tornadoes. That guy's right out of a fucking movie. He's hilarious. And, of course, Ryan Hall, y'all. So, I mean, we've had some tornadoes. But you know what's shocking that nobody's talking about? The amount of volcanoes. We're having massive volcanoes popping off all over the fucking world. And then apparently Mount Rainier, our big sleeping giant that is just east, kind of southeast of Seattle, which hasn't been awake for thousands and thousands of years, apparently woke up last month. And they issued a bunch of warnings about it and shit. Now, if that fucker goes off, like Seattle and Tacoma, they're fucked. Like, even I'm probably screwed if that one goes off. But apparently they're all waking up all over the Ring of Fire. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. I don't know if some of it is just fear mongering, but a lot of them have erupted in the last couple of weeks. So, scary. Anyways, Beauty and the Boomer, we will be back on Saturday, I promise. Poor Oz, he's just been so sick, and then I've been so sick, and we're the cancer twins. We're doing our best to get out here and get these shows to you guys. It's a lot of work, it really is. So, and not just that, it hurts to sit and do the shows, but we do our best. I'm fighting. I would not look this healthy if it wasn't for you, your love, your support, and the obligation I feel to get up and get out here and talk to you guys. So you give me the fight. You give me the fight. So I appreciate it. So you can join me for a magic carpet ride on Saturday night along with Oz. And I think we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, chat. Everybody who's joined them. How you doing, Yona? I hope you're healing well. I hope Kate gets to heal in. I just hope everybody has a blessed, good week. My heart hurts for everybody who's struggling, and I just wish we could make it better for the entire world, right? Mount Etna just erupted as well. I saw Mount Etna went off. Yeah, there's so many of them are going off. So maybe the Ring of Fire is just going to beat old Trumpy to the punch and take us all out. I don't know. Anyways, I got a great closer for us. I found this yesterday. I told you I was on an oldies kick. And who remembers Mark Bolan? This is a T-Rex closer, Children of the Revolution, and I'm going to have to pump it up. It's a little bit quiet, but I think that it'll be okay. Let's see. There it is. We'll turn it up. Okay, guys, I am out of here. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you on Saturday night, and remember, you're always welcome at the trailer park.